It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
Fielded in the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Coming up.
A 2-yard
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On third down, Roethlisberger. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Oh, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against, but you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
On the give, this is McFarland.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
A 3-yard.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The intended receiver there, the rookie Chase Claypool.
And it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland.
That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
2 yards.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10
at their own 27.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bud Dupree able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Roethlisberger will throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Plays and out.
The Steelers send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
46-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Steelers 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Stephon Tuitt just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. These two teams all tied after 1. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Steelers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's McFarland. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Anthony McFarland, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. Receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
The ball carrier.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack? So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 30-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let them know. Right there, 54. Right? 19,
Back to Mixon on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Check. Check 4. Check 37. Check 37.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a run with McFarland. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, McFarland. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Pittsburgh.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Ben to throw again. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll run with McFarland. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
A loss of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd and 6. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Eric Ebron in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Makes the score Steelers 17, Bengals 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. To return it, Darius Phillips. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And the 3rd quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
For 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 1st down, McFarland. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The Steeler ball carrier.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the 27, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. Anthony McFarland was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 45.
That's good.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From midfield now, Burrow. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Check 26, check 26.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
Lining up for the point after.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Now here's Johnson. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of...
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Again, McFarland. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try the left side. McFarland. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Second and 11 now. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. He gets this one to Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They'll try the left side. McFarland. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here's McFarland. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call. In that situation, sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Burrow now, a big spot for the Heisman Trophy winner. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
For A.J. Green.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
On third down, Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there.
Brings up 2nd.
On second down, Burrow. That's complete to John Ross. Give him 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
A gain of 6 yards.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is up to 14.
Is good. Makes the score Steelers 24, Bengals 10.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those.
The big fella. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. C.J. Uzama, 84 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. And he pushed it right. It's no good.
No good.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. McFarland once more. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd.
So here we go, Charles. 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Here we go with Burrow. Open man is Ross, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Roethlisberger's pass intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Tonight's final score, Steelers.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Pittsburgh, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.